When you're the first round draft pick of an NFL organization, that usually means that the team is looking to build around you and your skill set. But when it comes to the Arizona Cardinals and quarterback Josh Rosen, this just simply wasn't the case. You see, Josh Rosen was the 10th overall pick in the 2018 NFL draft. But after one season and only 13 starts, the Arizona Cardinals said they seen enough. Because in the very next draft with the number 1 overall pick, the Arizona Cardinals selected another quarterback in Kyler Murray. Because I don't find this fair nor honorable, I went out and bought Madden 19 in an effort to try to save Josh Rosen's NFL career. And throughout this new journey, Josh Rosen will get 2 wheel spins at the start of every season to help make him the best quarterback he can be. All right, boys, and we're starting off with a bang for Josh Rosen, plus 15 speed, excel, and agility. All right, boys, so his new stats, 90 speed, 99 excel, 82 agility. Now let's see what we get here for spin number 2. And we are going to get plus 10 to his play action. So for plus 10 to play action, he's now up to an 89. And now with the boosted stats from the wheel, he's now starting off his rookie year at an 80 overall. So season 1 is in the books. Let's take a look at what these guys got done. So they finished 8-8, very, very respectable. And let's take a look at the year Josh Rosen had. He threw for nearly 4,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, just 11 picks, 60% completion percentage, 245 yards a game, 91 QBR, 7 yards per attempt. And even though he nearly threw for 4,000 yards, he did not have an 1,000-yard receiver, but Larry Fitz did do his thing. So come over here, take a look at the yearly awards. I believe with a year like that, Josh Rosen has a strong case for Rookie of the Year. So your NFL MVP is going to be Carson Wentz. Coach of the Year is going to go to Dan Quinn and the Falcons. NFC side, Offensive Player of the Year is going to go to Carson Wentz. Josh Rosen didn't get any votes. Actually, he did. He was top 10. Take a look at Defensive Player of the Year. Josh Rosen is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. So season 1, we missed the playoffs, but we had some success. And now we're back here at the wheel spin. Let's take a look and see what Josh Rosen is going to have boosted heading into season number 2. And we are going to land on trade for any receiver. So out the gate in just season number 2, we're going to have a dog on the other side of Larry Fitz. All right, boys, when it was all said and done, I was going to go after Tyreek Hill, but at this time, DeAndre Hopkins is him, so it's only right that we give Josh Rosen a big-time threat. All right, so wheel spin number 1 for season number 2 was a banger. Let's go ahead and see what our second wheel spin is going to be. We are going to land on plus 10 injury. Season 2 is in the books. Let's go over and take a look at how the year went. We actually regressed a little bit, go 6-10, so we lose 2 extra games. Taking a look at the year Josh Rosen had, another solid year, 3,500 yards, threw for a little bit, about 400 yards less, 26 touchdowns, only 6 picks, still 60% completion percentage, 219 yards a game, 95 QBR. Take a look at receivers. Even with D-Hop, we still don't have an 1,000-yard receiver, and he doesn't find the end zone a lot, but Christian Kirk with his speed, it looks like he was the guy that was the real end zone threat. All right, boys, so season number 3 is among us. Before we do this wheel spin, we're starting off as an 82 overall. Let's see if we can actually get a good upgrade here to start off season number 3, and we're going to get max to all throw accuracy. That is huge. So we're maxing out all the throw accuracy, and that is going to probably cause us to have a real big leap in these passing numbers this season. All right, boys, back to the wheel for spin number 2. Get us another receiver. That would probably be big. And instead, we're going to get max awareness. I'm not mad at that. All right, so awareness is going to go up from a 79 to a 99. That's plus 20 when you max it out. Now let's take a look at what Josh Rosen's newfound overall is. Josh Rosen is now up to a 99 in just year number 3. He's a part of the Madden 99 club. Now let's see what these stats are going to do within the sim. Now another thing I can't wait to see is how my pick'em roster does tonight. I would like to thank Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video. Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game is the easiest way to get in on some fantasy action. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite and not so favorite player stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in a single night. Underdog keeps it simple with their easy to use website and mobile apps. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em roster, get every pick right, and take home some cold hard cash. Even if you're new to fantasy, with their slick mobile app and user-friendly website, you'll have no problem jumping in and drafting your squad. Use the code USRG or the first link in my description, and you'll get your first deposit doubled up to $100 by Underdog Fantasy themselves. All right, boys, here we are at the end of season number 3, and we finished second in the division, 9-7 on the year, but we're actually going to miss out on the playoffs, and I hate to think that loss in week 17 up in the top left corner, 38-10 to the Lions, is what's going to keep us out of it. Now, take a look at the stats of Josh Rosen. He had a good year. 4,000 yards for the first time in his career, 31 touchdowns, 13 picks, 61% completion percentage, 253 yards a game, 93.2 QBR. Yards per attempt stay around the same. He gets sacked less again. Longest pass of the year was 72. Now on the ground, again, you know, not going to see a lot of success there, but he did have 2 touchdowns. And receiving wise, our first 1,000-yard receiver for the first time this sim, DeAndre Hopkins, 74 grabs, 1,006 yards, 13.6 yards a catch, 9 touchdowns. So he found the end zone a lot. Just 63 yards a game. Hopefully we could build upon that. And let's go ahead and see exactly what Josh Rosen is going to get to start off this year. We are going to land on max development. It doesn't really help that much because he is already a 99 overall, but nonetheless, he's going to go from quick to superstar. All right, boys, so we've had back-to-back spins of landing on accuracy, but remember, our accuracy is already maxed out, and instead, we're going to get plus 10 juke, another thing that's not going to matter that much for Josh Rosen. Season 4 is in the books. Let's go ahead and take a look at these numbers, and we are going to finish last place in the division. But that's not saying much. We're actually going to finish just a game behind everybody. The whole entire division went 9-7, except for us. We went 8-8. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at these stats. Josh Rosen, top 10 in passing yards, passing touchdowns, 37th in passer rating, but he throws for 4,400 yards, 33 touchdowns, 13 picks. He's staying around this 60% completion percentage, 275 yards a game, 93.6 QBR. And OJ Howard is our leading receiver, 79 grabs, 887 yards, 6 touchdowns. But DeAndre Hopkins, 76 catches, 929 yards, 11 tubs. So he is finding his way in that end zone. And Christian Kirk has been scoring a lot of touchdowns for us, you know, throughout this sim as well. And let's see if we can get something good for our boy heading into this season. And plus 10 strength. I would have loved plus 10 throw power. All right, so that plus 10 strength is going to put us up to a 73. Now coming back to the wheel of rebuild. Let's see what we can get out of this. Almost got max throw power, but instead max plus 10 ball carrier vision. And take a look at this team, man. D-Hop is actually already regressing at 30 years old. I forgot that's how Madden gives it up, bro. It's tough, it sucks, but you know what I'm saying? His better years are behind him for sure. He's down plus 3 overalls. We got Pettis, we got Ross. The O-line isn't terrible, but let's take a quick look at the defense. The defense is a strong suit of the team, man. So, you know what I mean? We got Von Miller on the team. Buda Baker is coming through nice. All right, boys, here we are at the end of yet another season. And finally, the Cardinals make the playoffs. 14-2, winning the division. First round bye. You can't ask for a better leap than what Josh Rosen and this team has made this season. So take a look at Josh Rosen. He didn't even have the craziest year. Top 20 in passing yards, but top 5 in passing touchdowns. So under 4,000 yards for the first time in a minute. 35 touchdowns, only 7 picks. That's 60% completion percentage. That's tough. 242 yards a game. Sacked under 30 times for the first time in his career. 101.4 QBR. You love to see it. And this looks like it's also going to be Josh Rosen's first Pro Bowl appearance as well. Take a look on the ground. Josh Rosen did add another 2 touchdowns there. And through the air, D-Hop didn't go for 1,000 yards, but he still had a great year. You know what I mean? Just a few yards off. 7 touchdown catches, but John Ross finding the end zone 12 times this year is insane. All right, boys. So we're actually going to be taking on our division foe in the Rams, who went 12-4 this year. Let's go ahead and jump into this game and get some gameplay. All right, boys, here we are in the playoffs. It's a home game. You see it. Everybody is excited. This is going to be our 3rd time playing this team this year. Josh Rosen and the guys leading their teams out of the tunnel. Let's get into this game. All right, boys, let's go ahead and jump to the end of the game. We will jump in as necessary as the Cardinals take a 7-0 lead, and the Rams are going to go ahead and tie the ball game up. They now go up 1 score. We're going to go ahead and go play by play. Kevin King with a big-time interception. Let's see what Josh Rosen and this offense can do. This is a big-time drive for Josh Rosen in this offense. Here we go. All right, guys, so we got 3:49 left here. Josh Rosen is coming in under center. If he can lead this team down the field to at least get 3 points, that would be huge. It's a play action. Looks like they're going to take a shot deep. He has all day to throw, and he's going to hit a wide open Pettis, who's hit immediately for the first down nonetheless. Josh Rosen, 18 for 31 for 245 on the day with a touchdown. All right, boys, here we go. Josh Rosen coming out once again. They are across midfield, 325. Under center once again. It's going to be an offset I formation. You see we got up top of the screen on the left side. He's got some pressure coming up. He's going to deliver a strike, and that one is nearly interception. You know what I mean? In the shotgun. made a little bit of changes at the line of scrimmage. He's going to go for the dump off, and Johnson's going to make a man miss with that spin move. All right, boys, so this is a huge down for the Cardinals. I feel like they might be in field goal range. I am a little unsure, but let's see if they can pick up this first down nonetheless. Back to pass, the blitz is coming. He goes immediately to OJ Howard, who's going to pick up the first down, but Josh Rosen has great accuracy, but it doesn't look like they're going to throw the ball at all. It looks like he's going to turn around and hand that one off to David Johnson. He does. Great blocking up front. He bounces that one out to the outside, and it's going to take two guys to bring him down inside the 5-yard line. Do they go to the air to D-hop on the outside, or do they just turn around and hand it off once again? They're going to turn around and hand it off. This time to Vickers. Vickers going to pick up a few yards, bring them back to the 5-yard line, and the Rams are going to use timeout number 2. All right, one timeout left for the Rams. When are they going to hike the ball? They finally do. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Jared Goff is coming out in the offset eye. Looks like he's got bunch trips on the right side. He's back to pass. He's got to try to get the ball to the sidelines. He throws the Woods over the middle. Woods is going to be brought down with 14 seconds left. They're not going to use their timeout. They're actually going to go in a no huddle. Oh, are they going to really make me play? All right, boys, you see here, I'm not touching anything. Not touching anything here, and they're actually going to clock it. All right, boys, so this is the Hail Mary for all the marbles. I personally do not think that Jared Goff has that type of arm strength here for his boys, so I think this one is going to be all but over. He's going to take a shot, and it's going to be nearly picked off, falling harmlessly to the ground. You just never knew it was bouncing all over the place, and the Cardinals are one game away from making it to the Super Bowl, boys. They take advantage of their first round bye in home field advantage, and they come out here and get the job done. Josh Rosen, 92 QBR, 20 for 34, 255 yards, 58% completion percentage, a touchdown, no picks. Jared Goff outplayed him a little bit, but he threw those 2 interceptions. On the ground, we pretty much already know what David Johnson did for him out here today. He was a workhorse for sure. Receiving wise, take a look at the Cardinals. Dante Pettis, 7 for 62, no touchdowns. David Johnson, 5 for 78, a touchdown. D-Hop, 3 for 56. Dontrevious Tompkins, 2 for 35. So he spread the ball around a little bit, and David Johnson is responsible for 3 touchdowns here today. All right, boys, here we are prepping for the NFC Championship game. We got the 14-2 Cardinals taking on the 10-6 Falcons. All right, boys, back at home here in Phoenix, Arizona, home of the Cardinals, one game away from the Super Bowl. Can Josh Rosen and these guys come out here and get the job done? They drive down and get 3 more points. The Cardinals are struggling, down 13-0. Finally, Josh Rosen punches it in the end zone in the third quarter. They're actually going to take a 1-point lead in the third. Now we're heading into the fourth. The Cardinals go up, and Josh Rosen is going to give them an 8-point lead, and there's just a few minutes left on the clock, and the Cardinals win this game 24-16. Once they went up 24-16, they never allowed the Falcons to score again. So it looks like the Cardinals defense remained to be, you know what I mean, absolute dogs. When we got Von Miller on your team, 6 tackles, 2 sacks, you're bona fide. You got a bona fide star set of defense. And Josh Rosen outplays Matt Ryan. 19 for 26, 211 yards, 2 touchdowns, 73% completion percentage, no picks. Of course, Matt Ryan threw for 1 and 1. On the ground, David Johnson, 23 for 87 and a touchdown. Nothing crazy there. Also, take a look at our receivers. D-Hop did his thing, 6 for 68. OJ Howard found the end zone one time, and Dante Pettis made the most of his one catch, 1 for 23 and a touchdown. All right, boys, take a look at the Pro Bowl roster, and as you can see here, Josh Rosen is actually going to be this year's Pro Bowl starter, but he's not going to play because he's in the Super Bowl. Blake Bortles on the other side as the starter. That's actually insane. Take a look at if any of our other teammates are going to make it. Did our wide receiver make it? Doesn't look like we did. We had him. OJ Howard, one of our tight ends, is going to make it. I actually don't know who our linemen are. So, you know, the offense is pretty good this year. One thing to note, Josh Rosen beat 2 of the other Pro Bowl NFC quarterbacks in the playoff run. He beat Jared Goff in the divisional round, and he beat Matt Ryan in the conference championship round. So it just goes to let you know he beat up on the best quarterbacks this season. And he's actually going to have a chance to beat up on yet another Pro Bowl quarterback, as he's going to be taking on Blake Bortles and the Jacksonville Jaguars here in this season's Super Bowl. All right, boys, it is time for the Super Bowl. Let's see what the boys have in store for us. The Jacksonville Jags are going to get off to a hot start. Josh Rosen is going to answer back. The Jags go back down to score. Cardinals get a stop. They get 3. They get another stop. They're driving again. They're going to have to kick it away. Here in the third quarter, Josh Rosen takes a 3-point lead. The Jags tie this one up. Now here the Cardinals are up 3. Now, I believe the Cardinals have the ball. Let's go ahead and see if Josh Rosen can go ahead and put more points on the board for his team. This is something I wish we was able to do in the Johnny Manziel rebuild. but I just didn't know how to watch the plays. I had to go on YouTube and figure it out. Josh Rosen back to pass. He's going to deliver a dot to D-Hop, and that's going to be a first down. All right, boys. Josh Rosen with the rock once again, changing some things up at the line. He's actually going to hand that one off to David Johnson, who continues to kill this whole entire playoff run. I believe a touchdown here will make things extremely difficult for the Jacksonville Jags, but we're actually getting to see the type of command Josh Rosen is having with this team, with his squad out here today. And this one's going to be another handoff to Johnson, who tries to get it to the outside, but the Jags defense around this time was absolutely insane. Does Josh Rosen have what it takes to make a big-time throw here? They are in field goal range, so as long as he doesn't take a sack, he's good. Great pressure and blocking up front, and that's actually going to be a first down strike to Ross. All right, boys, so 6 minutes left here in this ball game. We're going to come out in the true I formation. Josh Rosen changing some things up at the line of scrimmage. Will it be a play action? It's actually going to be a handoff. David Johnson jukes inside, takes a big shot, but he's going to pick up 2 yards. 2nd and 7. Would love to see Coach turn Josh Rosen loose here and let him throw the rock a little bit. That one is going to be another handoff to David Johnson. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. First down. Do they give him the spot? 3rd and inches. All right, boys. So I don't see why they wouldn't just turn around and hand it off. Well, or just hand it off. They got the D-line spread. And Josh Rosen's going to go to the air 3rd and inches. I don't like this play call, but it's a check down to Johnson, and Johnson's going to be down inside the 5 at the 3. So I like the play call there, man. Josh Rosen making a smart read and being patient, letting the play develop, dropping it off to his running back. And this time they're going to go to the play action. Rolls out the pocket. He's going to throw that one to Chase, and Chase is brought down for a loss of 3. All right, 2nd and goal here. They're coming with the shotgun formation. David Johnson off to the right. I believe it's going to be a run. It's a delayed handoff, and he's getting behind his blockers. They go for the strip. And wow, he gets down before the ball comes out. 3rd and goal on the 2. Does Coach let Josh Rosen be the hero on the 2-yard line here, or do they hand it off? Looks like the D-line is waiting for a run. Josh Rosen does hand it off. They play it safe, and they're going to have to settle for 3. All right, boys, so the kick team is coming out for the Cardinals. They're all set up and ready to go. We're just waiting for the snap here. The snap, the kick, it's up. It's good. All right, boys, here we go. Let's see what type of drive Blake Bortles can get his guys on. They are moving the ball down the field. 14-yard reception, 13-yard reception, 12-yard reception. 37 seconds left. They have yet to use a timeout here at the 33, and they're going to complete another pass, this time to Leonard Fournette. We're going to go ahead and jump in and see if this defense can actually get a stop. 24 seconds left here. The Jags finally used their first timeout. The Cardinals need a big-time play, but Bordeaux has had big play after big play after big play this whole entire drive. This is why I feel like the Cardinals played a little bit too safe. They're going to go to the sideline, and they're going to call that one complete. They're going to get out of bounds. Fournette picks up 3. I know this is a Josh Rosen career sale, man, but his defense has to come through, and they have to get a stop for this boy, man. They got to get a stop for this, man. Is that a false start, or is that a neutral zone infraction? What is it called? So that's going to be offsides on the defense. Talk about helping your quarterback out. That's not how you do it. So that's going to move them up to the 11-yard line, 2nd and 2. Blake Bortles has a star. Leonard Fournette has a star. Their center has a star. They got some playmakers on this team, bro. Bortles back to pass, and that's going to be picked off. Patrick Peterson is going to get a big-time pick 6 with 17 seconds left in this ball game, and that is how the Cardinals are going to win the Super Bowl. Oh, my God, I cannot believe it. And he strikes the Heisman pose. That is insane. Patrick Peterson sealing this Super Bowl victory for Josh Rosen in the Arizona Cardinals. All right, boys, so the Cardinals are this season's Super Bowl champions. What is this, season 5 or season 6? Josh Rosen is a Super Bowl champ. And what a way to win it, bro. Like, straight up and down, what a way to win it. This was absolutely insane. The pick 6 from Patrick Pete. So I'm really anxious to see who's actually going to be the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Rosen was playing extremely well. He was slinging the thing all over the field, and you feel me? Blake Bortles did Blake Bortles things as he literally throws the game away. But he was cooking that whole entire drive, man. All right, boys. Patrick Peterson is indeed going to get the Super Bowl MVP. All right, man. So let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers. Josh Rosen played well. 23 for 34, 236, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 67% completion percentage. Bortles threw 2 picks. On the ground, David Johnson did David Johnson things, 35 for 125, no touchdowns though. And through the air, OJ Howard, 6 for 75, Pettis 5 for 34, D-Hop 5 for 60. I feel like he didn't score this whole entire playoffs. Craig Chase with a touchdown, John Ross with a touchdown. And we just can't we can't gloss over the fact that Patrick Peterson had that pick in year 11 at that. So with that Super Bowl win, Josh Rosen actually becomes a top 20 quarterback on his legacy leaderboard. 1 Super Bowl, 1 championship, 2 yearly awards. I know for a fact that he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm not sure what other award he won. Unless they are counting the Pro Bowl. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick before we head into the offseason awards. Pro Bowl, Offensive Rookie of the Year. So okay, so Pro Bowl counts as an award. All right, boys, here we are at the end of season number 6, and the defending Super Bowl champs are going to finish 7-9. Josh Rosen does his thing though, 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, under 10 picks with 60% completion percentage, 250 a game. David Johnson, another 1,300 yards. Another 10 touchdowns. Dante Pettis is our leading receiver. All right, boys, so another season we missed the playoffs. You know what time it is. It is time for another wheel spin, and let's see if we get something good this year, boys. We're going to get plus 10 carrying. Come on, he doesn't even run the ball, and this time we're going to get plus 10 to our strength. Again, this doesn't really move the needle at all. It puts us at an 83 strength, but he's a quarterback. We don't really need it. It just is what it is. All right, boys, end of the year. Once again, let's see what these boys did, and 10-6. But I don't see us in a wild card game. Did we miss the playoffs at 10-6, bro? We are on the outside looking in at 10-6 in the NFC. So the Rams, who are in our division, make it. You know what I'm saying? They're the division winners, but only 5 picks, 24 touchdowns, 60% completion percentage. It seems to be what he does. David Johnson, good. D-Hop turns the clock around a little bit. All right, boys, last season was definitely disappointing, going 10-6 and not making the playoffs. So you already know it's time to head to the wheel once again. Hopefully we can get something that will really, really help us out, because Josh Rosen needs another guy, and choose any rating 99. I would have loved to get any receiver once again, but let's go ahead and find out exactly what rating we want to make a 99. All right, boys, so when I searched and went around, only one that made sense was throw on the run. All right, boys, here we are, spin number 2. Let's see if we can get something good here. And we're going to get max speed. We got 90 speed in the beginning of the sim. Now we're going to get max speed, but Josh Rosen and Madden are not really going to matter about his speed being here, because it's not going to translate to his game. All right, boys, so another season and more underachieving. 7-8-1, last place in the division. All right, boys, let's hope we can get trade for a running back, trade for receiver, trade for an O-lineman, and we get trade for any receiver. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, boys, just like that, Haynes Flynn is now going to be on the squad. All right, boys, let's see if these boys made the playoffs, man. 6-10. So we're heading over to the wheel. As you can see, we got rid of all of the things that we can't utilize anymore for the most part. So let's see if we get anything good. And we're going to actually get trade for any O-lineman. Thank God, because the Lord knows, man, we don't have anybody to block for this man. Of course, we're going to go with the blind side, and we're going to find ourselves a beast left tackle. Guys, so we went ahead and made that happen. Come back over to the wheel spin and see if we can get something great again. And we're going to get plus 10 awareness. What the hell is going on here in Arizona that we can't get it together, bro? The team is pretty good. Josh Rosen isn't playing terrible. 39, 74 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 picks, under 60% for the second time in his career. The running game is absolutely abysmal. Oh my God, it's terrible. Through the air, Haynes Flynn was good. Didn't lead the team in catches. That's going to go to our tight end, but he led us in yards, led us in touchdowns. All right, boys, I feel like this is probably one of the better teams we have, and we go 6-10, man. So these guys are underperforming time and time again. Take a look at Josh Rosen. Throws for more touchdowns for the first time in a minute. 30 touchdowns for the first time in a minute. 34 touchdowns, 11 picks, 3,800 yards, 62% completion percentage, 240 a game. 97 QBR, one of the highest of his career. On the ground, Solomon Pegues did his thing. Braden Bilbo had 1,000 yards. Haynes Flynn, 8 as well. 7 touchdowns, 10 touchdowns for Bilbo, 6 for Tevin Hawkins. And remember, that was the last year that we're actually going to do any wheel spins. So this is just going to be the team that we have and what we're working with. And it just sucks that we can't find ways to get wins. Take a look at his career stats, man. And for the most part, he's been a model of consistency. This is his first time in 1, 2, 3, 4, This is first time in 5 seasons throwing for 30 touchdowns. Last time throwing for 30 touchdowns was back in 2023. Here in 2028, 34 and 11. But you know, I mean, he's putting up solid numbers so far in Josh Rosen's career. 44,000 yards, 324 touchdowns, under 100 picks, 60% completion percentage, 250 a game, 94.6 QBR, 7.3 an attempt, 97 was his longest of his career. He was sacked 406 times, played in 176 games. Boys, so year 12 is in the books. Let's take a look at what the boys were able to do, and they are going to finish second in the division. The division actually had a down year this year, and they're not going to make the playoffs at 7-9. Guarantee you only one team made the playoffs from this division, and it's going to be the Niners at 8-8. But let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers that Josh Rosen put up, and they look like they were pretty decent. 4,000 yards, 28 touchdowns, 14 picks, 64% completion percentage, 250 a game. On the ground, Solomon Pegues had 1,200 yards for him. Haynes Flynn went for 1,000 yards once again and 13 touchdowns. He was literally the man on offense this year, but in the end, it was just not enough. You know what hurts most about this? This team was 7-3 going into week 12, and they lost 6 games in a row. All right, boys, is this going to be the season where we end the playoff drought? And that answer is emphatically no. These boys go 4-12. All right, boys, another season in the books. Josh Rosen is starting to, you know, is starting to not fall off, but slow down a little bit. He's 34 at the end of season number 13. Are we going back to the playoffs? We are. And once again, with the playoffs, just like the last time and first time they were in the playoffs, it's going to be a first round bye. So this Cardinals team is, I don't know what they got into them, boys, but they finally are giving us something to look at in the postseason. Josh Rosen didn't even do nothing crazy to write home about, but 3,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, just 5 picks, 61% completion percentage, 235 a game, and 100 QBR. When it comes to MVP votes, Josh Rosen finishes top 10. Our coach wins coach of the year. Coming over to the NFC offensive player of the year goes to Jared Goff. Rosen finishes top 10. Come over here to quarterback of the year. That's going to go to Gordon Harding. And Rosen is going to finish top 4. But, you know what I mean? We can get another Super Bowl, bro. That would pretty much save this career sim right now, because it's been pretty bad, bro. I ain't going to hold you. Doesn't look like we're going to have to jump into this one. The Cardinals run out the clock and they get the win by 10. Jared Goff goes down to Josh Rosen. Jared Goff was this year's MVP, this year's offensive player of the year in the NFC, and Josh Rosen bumped him off in the playoffs and, dare I say, outplayed him. 132 QBR, 22 for 31, 288, 70% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, no picks. All right, boys, conference championship, here we go. Let's see if our boys can come out here and do what it is they need to do. Is back and forth right now. The Bears strike first. We come back and answer back. We go up 3. The Bears go down and get 4. They get a stop. Now we got the ball again. We're unable to score. Started the second half, and they're going to go ahead and get 3. Driving once again, and they're up 21. Now I was about to say 21-14. Now they're up 28-14. Let's go ahead and we're going to do this possession by possession now. The Bears are stopped. Oh, they missed their field goal. All right, so the Bears got the ball back once again. They're going to actually drive down, and they're going to put points on the board. They're down 7. Now it's up to Josh Rosen in this offense to play keep away with the Bears. They already took away 1 timeout. We're about to jump into the plays now and see if Josh Rosen can pick up a first down and essentially in this ball game. Will they play scared and just, you know what I mean, try to keep the ball on the ground and just throw in the third down? Pegues trying to bounce that to the outside. He's going to be brought down after like a gain of 1. All right, boys. So here I want to see coach trusting his 13-year veteran, Josh Rosen. I want to see him throw the ball downfield for the first down. You know what I mean? They are going to hand it off to Pegues, and he picks up, I'll say, about 5 to 6 yards. That's going to be the last time out, and they're going to be forced to punt. All right, boys. So not only do the Cardinals punt, it is an amazing punt that is going to down the Bears at the 1-yard line. So will the Bears be able to drive 99 yards with 1:18 left and no timeouts? Sands with a great run. He's going to give them some wiggle room. That's going to bring them down at the 6. I'm not too sure. I'm not touching anything, boys. I'm not controlling that whatsoever. They go underneath the Agnew. That's going to be the first down. All right, boys. So they actually went ahead and spiked it. Thank God. They was trying to make me pick plays and stuff. I just want to sit back and watch. I don't want to have anything to do with the success of this ball game, man. Harding back to pass. He's won an MVP so far. He has all day to throw. He's going to take a shot. Does he have a man downfield? Great play by the DB. And Harding back to pass once again. A little bit of pressure, and that was going to be picked off. Let's go. Woods is taking that one back to the crib. What an interception. That's going to all but end it. The Cardinals are headed back to the Super Bowl for the first time in like 8 seasons, bro. 35-21 is your final score, and the Cardinals are headed to the Super Bowl, bro. Like, it's crazy. The 2 times we made the playoffs, y'all correct me down in the comment section below if I'm wrong. The 2 times we made the playoffs, we're making it to the Super Bowl. Can Josh Rosen be like 2 for 2? Can it be like Eli? You may not make the Super Bowl, you feel me? You may not make the playoffs. Excuse me, you may not make the playoffs, but when you do make it, you go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. All right, boys, so this is the second time Rosen is going to be making the Pro Bowl, and this time he is not a starter. You know what I mean? He will be the 3rd string running back, but he's beat both of these guys who were also Pro Bowl quarterbacks in this in this Super Bowl run. So let's see if we can complete the job again. All right, boys, here we go. Super Bowl appearance number 2, and as how we have seen things go, we don't know if we'll ever be here again, and the Chargers are going to go ahead and score first. The Cardinals are finally going to answer back at 7-7. The Chargers go down to get 3. Rosen goes ahead and ties it up. Chargers get 3 more. They get a stop, and they're going to get 3 again. Josh Rosen gets 3 here in the 4th quarter. Hold on, not so fast. Let's go ahead and jump into this thing. You know, I want to see the flow of the game, not just the crunch time or the clutch time. I want to see exactly what Josh Rosen. It looks like they're going to get a false start there, though. So they lose 5 yards right there, but I don't think it's really going to hurt anything. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 5. Under 10 minutes left here. Still a whole bunch of time. A whole lot of time on the clock. We ain't got too much to worry about. Josh Rosen back to pass. He goes with the quick dump off the kill goal, one of his favorite targets. I want to see Josh Rosen drive his team down the field in the middle of the game, bro. We know he can do it, but this is a pretty low-scoring Super Bowl for all the playoff games he's been in. Back to pass, he's got a wide-open Haynes Flynn, and Haynes Flynn is going to pick up about 7. All right, boys, so they're forced to punt here. Let's see if the defense can get a stop. They give up 6. They're having to use timeouts. They are driving down the field here. Even if they do score, it's going to be too little too late. He's sacked, and Josh Rosen and this team is actually going to lose their 2nd Super Bowl attempt. So Josh Rosen is now 5-1 in the playoffs. I thought for sure they were going to be able to come out here and get this dub, but they lose to the Chargers. All right, man. So take a look at BJ Burns, computer generated guy. Can't even really say he outplayed Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen outplayed him. He just threw 1 less touchdown, unable to get it done. But you know, one thing that man had that Josh Rosen did not have was a strong running game. Cameron Armstrong absolutely torched our defense. Joe Gleason, the tight end, killed them with 10 catches, 94 yards. All right, boys, so at the end of season number 14, the Cardinals find themselves back in the playoffs for back-to-back seasons. They go 10-6, winning the division, but it will put them as a wild card. All right, boys, here we are at home where we always seem to be when it comes to these playoffs, man, but we are coming out as a wild card team. Can Josh Rosen do what he does and propel his team to that Super Bowl caliber type level? You know what I mean? Let's see who's going to answer first. Looks like the Cardinals are going to put 3 on the board. They get a stop, but then they get stopped. They give up 6. Josh Rosen, they get a safety. Okay, defense coming up big. Josh Rosen punches it in there. We got a 12-7 lead, make it 15-7 here in the 3rd quarter. Defense is getting big stops, but we need the offense to score again, and they get the job done, but they give up more touchdowns. Josh Rosen gets 6 more, and looks like the game is over. I was trying to jump in defensively to see if we needed to, but we're going to get an 8-point victory. 29-21 is going to be your final score. All right, boys, so we found ourselves on the road for the first time in our Super Bowl. In our playoff roads. We are at the Link in Philly, bro. Let's see. I'm going to sim this one by quarter. We strike first. Philly goes down to get 6. That's going to be the end of the quarter. Let's go ahead and sim to the rest of the game. And we go down to get 7. We get a stop. We go down and get 3 more. Can we get another stop? We can't. They go up 1. We're going into the locker room. Now they're up 8. Can we punch it in? We get 3. We need a big time stop. All right, we're down 8. So the Cardinals find themselves down 2 scores here. And Josh Rosen goes down and gets it done. That's big. Let's see if this defense can actually come up with a stop here. It's a 3rd and 4, and they give up 3 yards. So that's going to bring up, wait, I'm completely confused. All right, I had everything wrong. Now it's 1st and 10. All right, so the one timeout is used. That's a 1 yard rush. This right here is going to be a 5 yard pickup with the time running out. This is a 3rd and 4. Now we're going to need this Cardinals defense to actually get a stop. They've used all their timeouts. If they don't stop a first down here, this is more than likely going to be the ball game. This offense is down 8 points. There's no push up front, but they actually are going to get the stop. Here we go. All right, boys. So the punt is going to be a touchback, and it's now up to Josh Rosen to see if he could put together a big time drive here in order to get his team back, get his team in the end zone for a chance to tie it up with a 2-point conversion. Josh Rosen changing some things up at the line in the shotgun. He's got 3 off to the right. He rolls out. He's going to set and throw across the field. And it's going to be a dot to Haynes Flynn. All right, boys. Josh Rosen showing that he is him. He is who you thought he was, man. And he's trying to put these guys on his back and tell them, come on, follow me. No pressure. He's got all day to throw. Flush out a little bit. He's going to take a sack. Oh my goodness, that can't happen without timeouts. I can't move. I can't do anything. I'm pressing buttons. I swear to God, I'm pressing buttons. I'm pressing buttons, dog. All right, man. So back to back. So we lose in the playoffs, man. We lost in the Super Bowl last year. This year we lose in the divisional round. But hey, man, we're making to the playoffs back-to-back seasons. So we got something. We got something brewing, you know, we good around here, dog. Nope. All right, boys, here we are at the end of season 16. We're going to miss out on the playoffs, going 6-9-1 on or off camera. But now we are 4-12 on the season. Josh Rosen is still him. Josh Rosen, you know, he doesn't necessarily have the weapons, and it shows, man. When he has the weapons, when they play well, he plays well. But still 3,700 yards, 19 touchdowns, 10 picks. That's a little ass. 59% completion percentage, 230 a game. QBR was definitely low as hell. My God. All right, guys. Season 18 is in the books for Mr. Josh Rosen, and the team goes 7-9. I mean, Josh Rosen has a decent year, nothing crazy. Almost 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, 13 picks, 64% completion percentage, 250 a game. We're just going to round up, right? 93.5 QBR, 7.4 yards an attempt. Longest pass of the year was 83. Had a 1,000-yard rusher in Jason Streeter. And he had some receivers, you know, it was all spread around. Nearly a 1,000-yard receiver in Haynes Flynn, even in his 14th season. You know, Bennett Pope continues to be great. Darrington Solomon continues to be great. These guys are finding the end zone a ton, but it wasn't enough to get the job done. Bars. All right, boys. So I believe after the last season, Josh Rosen called it quits. But I'm taking a look at the legacy leaderboard here, and for whatever reason, Madden allows this to happen, but he's completely disappeared off of the leaderboard. So Josh Rosen has the 7th most passing yards in a career at 71,381. Josh Rosen also has the 7th most touchdown passes with 512. And what sucks, man, we can't really see some of the nuances, but those two are definitely very important. I want to go on a limb and say he definitely threw more touchdowns than picks. And then we know for a fact he had at least a 60% completion percentage because that's what he had his whole entire year. If I wanted to guess what his QBR was, I want to say it was probably somewhere between like 93 and 96. But I'm really, really upset that he doesn't have a player card. He literally just disappeared off of the, you know, off of the face of the earth. He just disappeared off of the team. There is no retirement message or anything like that. And that definitely kills the vibe of this sim, man. But so you guys let me know in the comment section below, was this career resim a W or an L? And do you think Josh Rosen made it to the Hall of Fame and got his golden jacket? Let me know down in the comment section below.